last we left our freelancers, they had decided to jump down a pit, wildly and blindly, and were, strangely enough, captured.
I did not jump down the pit, wildly or blindly.
And then a dog was loud. Go away, Phelan.
What, Phelan?
It's really, really loud on the mic. Go away, Phelan.
He just wants some attention.
Well, he gets no attention. So, I actually have a map for this place. You're being led through this place, and you go down a long corridor, and you are surrounded by several people. Who's typing?
Sorry, that was me.
Oh, okay. That just weirded me out. Sorry. You go into this long corridor, and you notice, as you're looking around, all this is free, you notice there's a thing to the left, another corridor that leads down towards a branching area, and then another branching area, and then a third branching area. So all of that's that way. That's pretty much where most of the stuff of whatever this base is. And as you're going down the main area, you notice that the people surrounding you, it's all sorts of species. You know, we got humans, we got elves, we got dwarves, we got banderlings, we got trolls, we got drudges. It's a menagerie. And what's really weird, though, is they all have, like, they're all just kind of wearing whatever. There's no particular uniform, but there is a bit of a coloration thing. Every now and again, like, you're looking around, and you see those two people over there have, like, yellow splash lines on them. And those two have blue. That one over there has green. There's one guy who's got a big white splash on an otherwise dark outfit. Nobody's wearing red in this particular group. And they're all leading you down this corridor. And you enter through a door, and if at any time you want to just interrupt my narration and decide to do a daring escape, just let me know. You enter a door.
Jump out the window.
You jump. Okay, you suffocate. In space.
It's not how I thought that would go.
You find a large room which is clearly designed to be like bunk quarters. And they just kind of shuffle you through the bunk quarters. It's a big old room, big circular room. They shuffle you through it towards one side of it. And it's like, all right.
So I turn to Aberrant and I say, was this part of the plan?
Well, believe it or not, kind of.
And they pretty much just say, get in there. And they point you towards a door in front of you.
I'd like to speak to someone in charge eventually.
Can I have some water?
Yes, you can have some water, ma'am. We'll have someone come by to bring you some water. Hey, get in there.
Okay, step in there.
Can I step in, or is the door short?
It's going to be a bit of a squeeze.
So I walk into the door and say,
You can crouch, ma'am.
It's the C key.
Bong.
Do you need us to help you get in there, ma'am?
No.
Okay. So they close the door on you, and you hear some weird noises on the other side. And you have a chance to look around, you realize you're in a closet.
Okay.
Now, it's a fairly large closet, full walk-in closet, obviously. And it's got it's a storage thing. There's God, I don't know what's in a storage closet. It's been a long time since I've been a janitor.
A mop?
There's a broom and a mop.
Cleaning supplies?
Hang on.
Toilet paper?
Storage closet, here we go.
And a cleaning,
I can tell you it's a storage closet.
What are those
We got
little
one at
round
work.
vacuum robots called?
The Roombas?
Oh, hover round. That's a wheelchair. Roomba.
Yeah, Roombas.
I'm an Antithan.
So, a whole bunch of stuff in there, which you might use to effect your escape, if that is what you desire to do. But for the moment, you're left alone.
I go over and try the door.
Okay. Now, the door, there's no latch or anything. It's just a storage closet door. But as you kind of push against it, it kind of goes clong, clong, clong. And it feels like they shoved like something in between the door handles to brace it shut.
Okay. Well, great. They call out and say, how long do you expect us to be in here?
Give me a second. No answer.
This is not very professional.
Did you just roll to see if they answered us?
Yes.
All right, so you want to start looking around. You say you know what's in the storage closet. Is it like a bunch of stuff that's like actually dangerous, or is it general cleaning supplies?
It's just
stuff?
cleaning supplies. There's a vacuum over there. There's a jetpack over there. You know, just normal stuff.
Okay.
I'm kidding about the jetpack. It's not there.
No. I'm gonna say we found our first piece of loot, guys.
In a closet.
Yeah, it's a janitor's jetpack. It's for cleaning windows. Yeah.
Intelligence roll.
Okay.
Are there chemicals in here that I can combine to make an explosive?
Give me the roll.
19.
Yes.
I'm not going to tell anyone what I'm doing yet.
Okay. You start grabbing a bunch of like ammonia and stuff and mixing it together.
There's
We're
some
making
weird
fertilizer bombs
smells,
here.
like really weird smells coming from the back as
I
Elepero's there.
I look up for vents.
There's
mainly to make sure we're not going to be suffocated by fumes.
there is an air vent over there. You know, obviously.
okay.
I reach up and I
getting
pull the
ventilation.
vent grate down.
It just comes right off. Don't even need it for a check.
Well, we don't want to start this. Well, I guess it'll increase airflow, I suppose. These aren't like Half-Life ventilation.
No, this isn't like in video
Okay.
games. This vent is like this big.
Okay, just making sure.
And everyone, make sure you vote in chat who hasn't voted already. Here's another link. Because Max Time complained that I didn't give enough link spam, so there's another link spam.
Why don't you put the URL up in the actual screen?
Because then people on YouTube will see it.
Oh, is that bad?
Well, I don't want them to see it. They don't get to see it. You weren't here when it was live.
Okay. All right. So you said there's probably like a mop here, correct?
Yes.
So,
There's a space mop here.
a space mop. Okay.
Yes.
Well, what's the difference between a space mop and regular mop?
Well, have you ever seen the Jetsons?
Yes.
There's actually a mop that I remember from the Jetsons, which is a mop. It's exactly the same as a normal mop, but it's got like that little round thing just kind of orbiting, you know, like a little ring here and then another ring right here to make it look spacey.
Okay. All right. So I'll pick up the mop and just start poking around just to see if for some reason they like covered up a door or something around here.
You start making
I mean,
music on the
maybe they
walls.
use like really cheap drywall in some location. And
It's
it just
metal.
goes through. Okay, well, I don't know what they use on the inner parts.
Everything in here is metal. It's in fact very stark. The whole way, and I should have described that. It's literally just like hammered, not even like smooth. It's just hammered flat plates of metal. The walls, the ceilings, the floor, the doors, everything.
Well then, hopefully we're not going to be in here for too long because I didn't bring anything to eat.
You roll for starvation.
Okay, sure.
I'm kidding. Although I think that's
There you
the
go.
thing. I'm pretty sure that's a
Probably is.
survival roll. Hang on. 1 second. Roll for starvation. It does not know what to make of that.
Is there a crowbar in here by chance?
I'll roll for that.
All right.
No.
Oh, what's this terrible base? Okay. So I look at the two other people in here and I say, well, first of all, Eros, what are you making back there?
Smells
You got
terrible.
You got some mad scientist glint in your eyes, and you're sitting here mixing all types of chemicals together.
He's making
Right
I'm
about
making a doorway.
Okay.
now, the door opens. Actually, you hear then the door opens. Someone
Okay.
comes in with a bucket of water,
All right.
puts it down, goes back out, closes the door, puts the thing back in.
Could I, when he opens the door, can I see like people stationed out there, or
Yes.
how many are there?
You see 3. First,
Okay.
the dice. There it is.
I put the mop in the bucket of water. No, just kidding.
Well, might as well get to work.
No, as a
Chim chimney,
anyone
chim chimney.
Thirsty? No, just go ahead and put it down next to Kettle because it looks like she probably would appreciate that bucket of water
I'm
more than
wilting
anyone
a
in here.
little.
Are you going to have any of the water?
I'm going to test it for chemical composition first.
It's pretty much straight H2O. In fact, it's probably manufactured H2O.
I hold a spray bottle over here and says, "Does this help? You want one of these?"
Is the oxygen content of the area sufficient for me to come out of
Out of what?
my thing?
Yes. Otherwise, your two companions would be dead.
They're out of their thing already?
I suppose I didn't ask that. Are you out of your suits?
Not unless they took them off.
Okay. Meanwhile... Oh, she's... Damn it. I wanted to make a joke.
Meanwhile,
Well,
Meanwhile.
I was just going to say, meanwhile, Third is, like, spritzing you. Make sure you're nice and watered.
Anybody know where the heck pictures you download off your phone save? Can't find them.
Yeah, my pictures, my documents, my phone, my iPod, my thing. I don't remember. So... Guido, excuse me, Elipero, yeah. You're done, you believe.
okay. How do I ignite it, and how? I mean, is it like a paste or what?
It's a highly flammable chemical. Basically, think alcohol in terms of. You're going to need some kind of fire to ignite it, though.
Okay. So if it's like an alcohol, I can pour it under the door, and it will. Like...
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna regret this. All right.
Everyone's still in their suits, right? This is important
I'm
for what's
putting my
about
suit
to
back
happen. For no reason. But this is. Oh my god.
You may want to stand back away from the door.
Okay, step back.
I'm assuming I have some kind of bucket or something.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I
it's
mixed it in. Okay. So yeah, basically just
So
splash it so it goes at the door and out under the lip of the door. Go ahead.
as the water is splashing, or I shouldn't call it water, as the composition is splashing under, you hear a right on the other side of it, like someone just stepped into it, and there's some finagling with the door, and the door goes open, and there's a gentleman standing there who's new, who you didn't see before. And I can't remember his name, but he's there.
Hello?
Is this, it's the Mite that I named after a viewer last time, and I can't remember which viewer it was.
Oh, good. Standing in the explosive sludge.
Yes. Anyways, so there's the Mite standing there. It's like, sorry about the delay. What in the world? And he starts sniffing. It's Berenian. I thought it was Berenian. Okay, I was right. No, you're dead, Lord of Mordor. So he's like, what in the... And he looks really confused. What do you do?
I say I don't actually know. How can we help you?
Is anyone else doing anything? You can still do it. He's literally standing in it.
Do I still have my weapon?
Yes.
Okay. I'll put my hand on the on my holster
Okay.
so I can quick draw it if necessary. But I'm not doing anything with it yet.
Okay.
We don't have weapons anymore, I thought.
Yeah, you do.
I thought they took them from us.
Well, they put them in here with you.
Oh.
So, and you don't even have a weapon, so it doesn't even apply to you. So,
Yeah, I know that.
Berenian looks really confused, but he's like, he looks up, and he obviously, since you're the one talking to him, Aberon, there we go. I had the wrong window up. since you're the one talking to him, everyone, he's going to be like, so, who are you here on behalf of?
Actually, we're an independent freelancers. We were literally just going across here, and you shot us down.
Then you... There's this pause. And he considers his words carefully, and you can tell he's thinking about what he wants to say next. So you're claiming you have no association with any organization?
Not on this particular mission, no.
But you are a senator of the UFP, correct?
That's correct.
So...
That doesn't mean I'm on a UFP mission.
But you are currently a senator.
That's correct.
Okay. Has everyone voted, by the way? Because this is going to come up soon.
When I go to work, I am a senator.
He's on a pleasure mission right now.
A what?
Pleasure mission. You know, he's out traveling for pleasure as opposed to for work.
Oh, well, I guess if you put it that way, yes.
He's like on vacation.
That's not what you're thinking right now. But so we obviously have some stuff to talk about because I'm assuming you're part of the organization, whoever you guys are, that shot down my ship.
No, I just run the base.
You just run the base. Are you... what exactly is this place?
Tell you what, why don't you three come with me? You got a ship nearby?
We used to, before it got shot down.
Ah, right. You should be careful about that in the future. Come on.
Yes, I will try and avoid hidden bases that have missile turrets which launch without provocation. Thank you, sir.
Point of clarification, out of character.
Yeah.
I thought I landed our shuttle on the
on the turret. Yeah, you totally did.
Okay.
Yeah, the shuttle's fine.
Okay.
It's just sitting over there on the turret.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm sorry. I should presume as GM that you are lying, and I should probably call for a deception roll on that one.
Yeah.
And I should probably not roll a 4.
Well, I didn't roll a 4. I rolled a 10.
So you win, because I rolled a frickin' 4. So they bring like, all right, come along. You're lucky to survive that. You've put me in... So as you're walking along, you've put me in a bit of an awkward situation, Mr. Senator.
Well, do explain, because I'm a little bit in the dark here as well.
Well, I mean, we don't, like killing people. I know that sounds strange, but...
Well, I would tell that to your men, because that was their first reaction.
You can just stop without the butt.
But...
No.
I may have to make an exception this time, and I don't want to. And he's kind of casually chatting as you're walking down the corridors.
You really don't want to kill
Well, why is that?
Because you're a senator of the UFP.
Wouldn't that make it a lot worse if you kill us?
But no, because then you would have just been lost in the detritus of space. Do you know how many people...
Oh, no, you don't understand. A lot of people know we're here.
You told people you were coming to this exact location.
No. But as all good explorers do when they go out, you say, hey, I'm going over here in this route. And what's going to happen when suddenly I disappear?
Oh, that's not an issue. Whew. You had me worried there for a second. Okay, yeah, we can spin a story about you getting... do you have any idea how many people get lost up here every month? It's kind of ridiculous, actually. We actually had one guy come in with a whole haul of cargo, some kind of ore, I don't even know what it was called, and he was like, hey, I'm coming in for landing, and completely missed his vector, didn't have any autopilot, so, blunk, bounced right off, and completely missed the hangar bay, so... if you saw a crater about, I don't know, 2 or 3 clicks that way, that used to be him.
No, we were a little more concentrated on missiles coming our way. Just a lot of people come down here.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of weird.
All the time, actually. It's
really?
Pretty much the nexus point for, God. I just realized I haven't named the organization. Viewers at home, what should be the name of the organization?
Vote now on your phones.
Text. Whoa! I almost lost my phone. Text. Lots of money to Lore Runner in order to vote. The snow. All right, Kay, you're forbidden from ever doing anything ever again. And your character just died this exact second. He's out. I know exactly where he is too. He's not here, and he's out there, and he just died. I want you to know that. God damn it! I was going to do this, and I ended up having errands to do. We'll call it the free market for right now.
Okay.
So, the free market. What the hell was I saying? What was my sense? I got a little distracted here. Forgive me, Mr.
Yeah, well,
Senator.
you were talking about the people that had gone down your organization.
Right. A whole bunch of free marketeers going all over the place. It's pretty normal. In fact, we got another one coming in very soon now, as soon as people finish voting.
So I'm still a little bit confused now. What exactly do you do?
Me? Oh, I just run the place. I'd make sure, I check shipping lines. I got to make sure we got supplies coming in. Got to make sure our oxygen tanks are restocked, which takes forever.
Sure.
I've got to make sure I got fresh magicite parts in order to make sure we got.
I just
the
mean this
factory
organization as a whole, the free market.
I don't know what I'm looking at, but I can't see it. I still can't see it. Okay, now I can see a beautiful baby girl. Is that the one I? Is that the one I got you?
Yes, that's the one you got me.
Yay! Sorry, I didn't know if you ever used it.
I just added a whole bunch more pictures onto it.
So I'm sorry. You were asking me a question. I was distracted. I just got a message. Look, and he shows you a picture of this absolutely adorable mite baby. Check this out.
I don't know what that looks like. I see the eyes in the ball of fur.
Yeah,
and the tail.
And the tail. This really big tail.
All it is ears, a ball of fur, and a tail.
And the eyes kind of poking out cutely. Hello.
I say, oh, so cute. What's his name?
Her name is... What's this?
Max Time 2010.
No.
Her name is Max.
Her name is Mac? That's not a girl's name. New name.
I've met girls named Max.
How about Maxia? We're going to make it Maxia.
Maxine? Max?
No, I like Maxia. Because it's a Star Trek reference.
Well, it's still Max.
So, this is Maxia. She's my niece. She's this adorable little ball of fluff. She's only a couple years old at this point.
Villain McVillain face.
Well, anyway, we were talking about how... about the organization. We're like, what exactly is the free market's purpose here?
The purpose?
Yes.
I'm sorry. You really are a senator, I can tell. You have this whole, grand purpose thing. No, it doesn't work like that. I shouldn't even call it an organization, because there is no such organization. It's just what we call ourselves. We got kind of a loose conglomerate of people who happen to agree on a few base rules, and that's about all we got going for us.
Well, what are those commonalities? What are those rule agreements that you have come up with?
First of all, you got to wear your colors. Very important to show which group you're with. And he, as it happens, is wearing white.
Okay.
You got to show your colors. Got to show your flag colors. It's very important.
So he's French.
He's. You got to show. No, there's white and blue. And wait, is it white, blue, red? I don't remember the order. I was just watching that too. Anyways, I know it's not red, white, and blue. I know it's another order, but anyways. So, you gotta show your flags, you gotta...
By the way, I've scanned him.
He's a mite. You've scanned mites before.
I know, but I scan everybody.
I like the idea, because there's a lot of traffic here, by the way. You're not walking down a corridor alone. This is a heavy trafficked area. There are tons of people going by you at all times. A whole bunch of different colors represented, obviously. Whole different races, obviously. Every now and again, you'll see someone go by who is carrying like a big old pallet of cargo, or pushing one of those hover trays just down the corridor, that kind of a thing. Very busy, very busy. So he's actually kind of muscling his way through. So you have a lot of things to scan right now, Kittle.
I'm scanning lots of things.
You gotta show your colors. You gotta respect.
I'm carrying my bucket of water too.
You gotta respect neutral ground. That's obviously pretty important. And obviously we have to have no contact whatsoever with the UFP. That's pretty mandatory. Which is why you're making this kind of awkward, by the way. Nothing personal, really. It's just. you're not supposed to be here. We're thinking we'll work this out. We'll get you to someone in charge of that. Moving on. I guess that's about it for rules. Oh yeah, we don't like killing. That's a big thing.
Sure.
The only group that really violates that ones are the red guys. You don't want to really mess with the guys wearing red.
Oh boy, yeah, that I do know of the Reds' reputations.
Oh well, then I
being,
guess
being a humble senator myself.
I guess you've heard them even planetside.
Yeah, well, they were actually a planet side
I know they're
organization
strong
before they were
planet
space side. I actually remember back in my time down the planet before they were even had their first spaceship.
Really? My goodness!
Yeah.
Didn't you hide your age very well, sir?
Well, that's the half-elf portion.
Oh, I understand completely. See, us mites, we don't actually live anywhere near that long. I'm only 18 myself. He's leading you down towards a hangar area, it looks like. Big old thing. Bunch of cargo ships are docked here right now.
Sure. Question. How does one go about joining this particular group?
No, he's not joking. One of the easiest ways to get into space is to go through less than legal means.
So the mite turns. Mr. Brennian turns and just looks at you for a moment. And then he rolls deception.
Okay.
Now, are you deceiving him? The GM asks.
Not really. I mean, like, what? I can't think of anything I'm trying to deceive him on.
Okay. So he eyes you for a moment. He actually rolls really well, too. So he eyes you for a good moment. He says, all right, I'll bite. Why would one of you planet-siders want to join the free market?
Well, let me just give you an idea of how the past few years of my life have gone.
Okay.
I have spent the past few years, actually more than that, but very recently, lobbying for space exploration.
Okay.
For getting everyone more involved in space, taking down tariffs, regulations, all that sort of stuff to no effect. I got a little bit tired of that because it's a little bit stifling.
Okay.
And for the past year, I have been attempting to charter my own ship to explore whatever's out here.
That sounds like a hell of a lot of red tape, sir.
Yeah, it is. I spent the better part of the year trying to do that, and I'm currently this close to doing it. Just one last independent mission, and I was going to have it done.
Oh, you're on the ink step. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes.
That's such a dumb rule.
Exactly. And we were on our way to finish the mission for that, and of course this happened. So as you may understand, I'm a little less than pleased with the regulations and rules that are being made planet-side that stifle everything that goes on up here.
I don't understand why Primus refuses to, unify and join the Imperium. It would be so much easier to just, everything. Yeah, there's some red tape and all, but it's so streamlined.
I don't know if I want to join like one big thing. They even call themselves the Empire, right? Doesn't that just scream evil organization, And
no more than y'all's Dominion.
well, hey, I was never part of the Dominion. I wasn't even born when the Dominion.
Directorate.
I wasn't part of that either.
You all had an entire. Oh, I shouldn't talk about that.
It's essentially just one large organization that's rebranded itself every few years. If I'm to be perfectly honest.
Oh, so now it's calling itself the UFP. He's making a joke.
Yeah, they took all the jerks, concentrated in one place, and then
I said, "Here, leave us alone."
Yes.
All right.
You know how it is.
You know what? I'm starting to like you, sir. I'll admit that. And he goes to slap you on the back, but he's a mite.
So he
So he slaps you on the back of the leg.
Well, you're. Oh wait, I can't remember. Are you short or are you normal size? I actually can't remember.
He's not a midget.
I'm not a midget.
Okay. So yeah,
5 feet tall.
So he's gonna get like the back of your leg or something.
Okay.
It's like, oh, sorry, that wasn't.
It was only an old sports injury.
I'm not feeling you up. I swear, sir.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I understand. I'm not that way.
You know what, ma'am? Could you give me a hand here? So she lifts him up, and
with one hand while I'm idly scanning people that are walking down the hallway.
And he slaps you on the back and says, "Okay,"
I said, "Oh, that's a new one."
So, I gotta admit, it's been a long time since we've had a politician involved here. We had a couple, but they kind of fell off the map. Usually what happens, if I'll just be complete... You can put me down now, ma'am?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
I got distracted by this cat.
Oh, now my neck hurts looking down again.
Look, I can't...
I hold him up part of the way.
Ah! Wait, let me down. Ma'am, please.
Great, you got him right where we want him. Bang, bang!
Ah! I knew it!
No.
I have combat stats ready if you guys do decide to go that route. I know you guys.
Those were our old characters.
Every character you've ever played in anything ever.
No, Kazrinska did not.
Oh, that's
She
true.
was not a shoot
That's true.
first and ask questions later.
Well, clearly your new character is.
My new
So-
character's a pacifist.
Hey, Guido, I've got an idea. You should use like green Sharpie for half of that, so when you flick it on and off, it switches from evil to not evil.
That's amusing. So
Totally gonna do that now.
So I gotta be honest with you, sir. Most times politicians try to get involved in the free market. It's one of two reasons. One, obviously they're trying... I don't know where this accent's coming from. Sorry. One is trying... He says that in character. One is they're trying to pull us, into the things, or they found out about us. And those guys... He hesitates a moment. Well, I mean, they have accidents. Bad things happen.
Yeah.
But every now and again, we get a politician who's like, "Man, this is great, and I can't wait to get involved in this. All I got to do is keep it hush-hush," and they do, but then invariably something goes on, and they get caught, and they have to go "Oh, I'm totally against all this illegal stuff," and we end up severing ties. But I'm thinking you might be the second category and not the former, so it'd be nice to have another,
I hope I'm actually a third category, one that
third
goes beyond those
category.
two.
What's the third?
Yeah.
Enlighten me, sir.
Well, one that will bring about a betterment, not just connections, and then severing ties after they get invariably found out. Because to be honest, I don't know if I'm going to be a senator too much longer after I take off.
And he just kind of nods, like he totally gets it now. You don't know what he's presuming, but there's just this look of realization. Okay, I feel you. I get you.
Personally, I was born shipside. I'd rather be shipside.
Well, why don't you step into my own office here, which you have finally reached as you've been going through the base.
It's another storage closet.
It actually is. I'm not even kidding. It's on the map. Right? I know you can't see that. It's this dinky little thing.
No,
It's
I
this
can't.
little storage closet over here. How much can you see? God, you can't see anything on that. Whatever. Anyways, so it's this little storage closet thing. And he just kind of plops down, throws his legs up on his desk, lays back just like this, hands behind his
If he can throw his legs up on his desk, that's a short desk.
Yep. It would be arguable to be called like a
I
crate.
sit on the
Right.
desk.
No, it's a crate. It's my crate.
Well, I moved the papers out of the way first.
What? But ma'am,
There's no place else for me to be.
this would be a good chance to explore how to stretch your mass out to become
I've
this
already
tree.
stretched my mass out to fill up my suit.
So you're like this tree. Oh, that's right. You're in the suit. That's right.
So I've stretched my mass out.
Are all
in the
three of
suit.
you still in the suits?
Yes.
I guess.
I just realized. I'm sorry. You get. I should have mentioned. You're getting stares as you're walking down the corridor from people who are not in suits.
And anybody that looks at me too long, I'm gonna say I got blown into vacuum today.
One of them's gonna be like, just totally understand.
It's vacuum shock. That's the actual
Yep.
explanation.
I'm
Yep.
not coming out of this suit today. You can't make me. I am not coming out of this suit until I am planet side or on something bigger than anything that we have.
All right. Well, so why don't we talk this out? So what I'm thinking, I represent the Sworn. We're the Whites. You can see here. And we were founded by an old Lord Elf who went out here with a human many years ago to as part of an exploration thing. And we've been kind of stretching out ever since. You probably never heard of him as Mr. Radnall of Heimal. Or, excuse me, that's the wrong clan. I don't remember his clan name. Heimal...
They didn't call him the Pathfinder, did they?
No, of course, that's a stupid title. Who would call anybody that? God, that's just dumb. Hi, I'm the Pathfinder.
I'm assuming that at least I probably know of Radnall when he just says...
You should recognize the name, yeah. You should absolutely recognize it. High Spring, that's it, not High Mall, my bad. I was thinking it was an ogre for some stupid reason. Elipero, yeah, I can't imagine you would have heard of this. I doubt you know much about the history of Primus. Kettlil, I'll let you do an intro if you recognize this guy.
So, yeah, that individual is actually
Any
very
idea
famous.
where my dice are?
Right inside.
I'll roll for you.
There. No, that's okay. I don't trust your dice.
Long, tense waiting.
18 plus whatever the hell my int is.
You've probably heard of him because he's actually a pretty famous Lord Elf. Rather, a little bit of exposition here. He rather infamously, several years ago, got together a group of people who were part of... Okay, so once upon a time there was this group called the Blood Fox. Now, they don't exist anymore. They have since disbanded. But Radnall of High Spring took a group of the people who were part of that and some of the resources and some of the information and decided, why don't we keep doing this exploration thing in space? And so, obviously, that was heavily illegal, and he lobbied with the former Queen Alyssa in order to try and make this push and get this done. And there was this whole shindig. This is why you probably know about this automatically, Aberon, because he made a big political campaign.
Yeah, I probably studied
mess.
these cases.
Yeah, he lost. He lost the campaign, and then.
And he went anyway?
And he went anyways. And what the funny thing is, he went publicly. He didn't, disappear into the night. He went out, bought a ship, crewed it up, went out and said, hey, I'm going to space.
Who wants to come with
Who wants to come with me? You know? And there was a bunch of people who went with him, including some random human no one's ever heard of before. And they went out, and they're actually the ones who found this place. We're still not sure who built the damn thing. But he founded one of the first bandit groups, whatever you want to call us. Like I said, they call themselves the Sworn. We call ourselves the Sworn. And we're white, so you got to wear those colors if you're going to be that. Again, got to keep your flags up. You got to do it on your ships, too. Very important.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's why they painted the stuff that color.
Yeah, you got to do that.
They've been shot down too many times today.
You have been...
One is too many times.
I was going to say one is probably too many.
We've been shot down twice. Well, I guess that was yesterday. I guess that was yesterday.
Let's try not to make it an even dozen, shall we? So...
An even dozen. Oh,
obviously, I would be inclined to get you guys into the Sworn. However, I've been in neutral territory here for the better part of the last couple of years, running the outpost. I don't even have a name for this damn place. As you can see, it's kind of a clearinghouse for goods, transit, trade. There's a whole lot of little tiny outposts like this scattered on the moons, in far-flung places on Primus itself, and we got a couple of little outposts out on the planet whose name I can't remember. It's a great planet, that planet. God damn it.
They named it that?
It's the goddammitude planet. I think it's actually in my other sheet. I have so many notes. I have literally like 5 things of notes around here. Is this it? No. Whatever. It's the ice giant. I've referenced it a couple of times.
Okay.
And I can't think of the goddamn name of it, but that's the one. Is that it? Hang on. Give me 1 second. Aha! It's even open to the page. Vixel. It's the ice giant Vixel.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw.
Okay.
Unlike some people, I know where my phone is all the time. So. Right. I mean, in the interest of fairness, I should talk to you about all the different groups we got going on in the free market. So, we're the Sworn. We call ourselves white. We're interested in exploration, trade, and that's about it. We've got the Notrods. Those guys are green. Those guys are a bunch of weirdos, in my opinion. They have this... They've really got it set in their head, though, of being spacebound. They want more stations. They want more outposts. In fact, they've been really pushing lately, although it's harder than you'd think, to try and go inter-system, to try and find a place where they can actually settle other than Primus itself. You know, get some frickin' colonies going.
That's going to be hard. There aren't any other planets in the Goldilocks zone.
In the what zone, ma'am?
Oh, I'm sorry. The Goldilocks zone. It's an old Earth term. It means the habitable zone, where you're just far enough away from the sun that liquid water can exist on the planet.
Right, I understand. Well, I'm a little hopeful because I'm not exactly a brain genius myself, but Primus itself is too far away from the sun to be in, as you put it, the Goldilocks zone. And so we've obviously got some kind of artificial terraforming going on here, so I'm hopeful we'll find other planets like that. Regardless, then you got the blue... I hope at least someone's writing this down, by the way.
Yep.
So then we got the real boring name, the Explorers Guild. Don't know why we're just... Are you okay, ma'am?
Yes, your cat doesn't like me.
Ma'am,
She got a splinter somehow.
He wants me to pet him,
but
he also wants to climb me.
No, that's Max, actually.
no.
That would be funny.
Also, Earth exists in the Empire. I just want to make that point clear. So she might have heard of it. Anyway, so there's actually several Earths. The Explorers Guild, they're blue. You could probably guess what they're all big on, but you'd be wrong because it's actually trade. They're pretty much the shipping company that runs half the stuff out here. Like, you go out to the hangar bay right now, you're going to see like half a dozen ships that all are running blue colors.
I'd mutter, you gotta have proper branding.
Damn right. Then we got the Miners Guild. I know.
Do they mine?
No. I know, right? I don't know what these people are thinking. But the Miners Guild, they're yellow. I don't mean they're cowards. I mean their colors are yellow. And
they have jaundice?
No, they don't have jaundice, ma'am. It's okay. There's no... I don't know what... Oh, God, the accent virus is attacking me again. I don't know where that's coming from. Sorry about that. Should just start doing everything like this. It will be much easier to just speak in this tone the entire time. I'm not going to do that. So, the Miners Guild, they're pretty much closer to actual bandits. They like to run around and attack. They keep their attacks a little bit on a minimum to the other parts of the free market, but they're willing to attack the free market. What they usually attack is more official channels, if you know what I mean. And they do a lot of skirmishing and a lot of dogfighting and exercising. In fact, in order to become part of the... Ma'am, are you all right?
That time I tripped. I'm trying to let the cat out the door because he wants to go explore.
In order to become a proper, full-fledged member of the Miners Guild, you have to actually survive a skirmish with the Lavari Defense Force that's surrounded Primus proper, you know? As you might imagine, they're not the smartest guys, but they're also not the most numerous, so what do you got? And then, of course, there's the Reds. Their color is red. He pauses for some kind of reaction.
They like to kill people. They're based off of an old pirating organization on Primus when pirating wasn't favorable. They are the likely most hated group on all of Primus as of current.
He's just looking at you with this weird expression like, yeah. But they still honor the terms of the free market when it comes to neutral territory.
Oh, well, that's good at least.
See,
I give him an eyebrow like, really?
Yeah, you get them around here. You probably didn't see a lot of Reds going through, but now that being said, most Reds don't travel alone because one Red comes through here, he's probably not going to come out of here, if you know what I mean.
So there's not real goodwill.
No,
among some of these.
No. People. Now the problem is the Reds have the best ships, the most people, and the best guns.
Where did they come across them?
I don't know, to be completely honest with you, ma'am.
Well, when you've already got an established organization that's willing to work outside the rules, you can get things done sooner than others.
Fair enough. Either way, that's the long and the short of it. That's the free market in a nutshell. So if you actually want to get involved, obviously, you can't get involved with all of us, right? I mean, it doesn't work that way. Even though I'm running a neutral station, I still carry my flags. So,
are there neutral pirates?
I'm sure there are.
Let's not go to piratery. That's.
I mean, are there
I mean,
neutral?
if you guys want to get into piratery,
spacers?
I can get you in touch with a couple of the yellows. See you getting in that direction, and you're gonna have to involve. Like I said, you're gonna have to survive a skirmish against the Lavari Defense Force. If you're okay with that, with your buddy over there who's gone invisible, that's.
Well, our goal is not really to try and conduct piracy or banditry or anything of that sort, like the yellows.
Oh, okay. So you're more about the trailing off, waiting for you to fill in the gap.
Well, you still haven't gone on a deal for the explanation of the Sworn.
The Sworn? That's true. I didn't actually tell you much about us, did I? Well, nowadays, we don't actually do all that much, or at least I haven't done all that much in a long time. Most of the Sworn went further in system. I actually have the name of the station right here. It's Grendel 2 is the name of the station. And it's in orbit of Vixel, that ice giant I mentioned earlier. And I know they're doing something around there, and I've heard whisper about something called Skybound. I have no idea what the hell that's all about.
So the Sworn are essentially a bunch of, I don't want to say, disorganized, but splinter cells.
Kind of like that, yeah. We're not really much of an organization so much as a group of people who try to get stuff done.
It kind of sounds like that's the one that people have gone to if they have no interest in the other ones.
Usually, yeah. And I usually send them further in system, and I usually never see them again. Oh, I'm part of one moment. And as you're talking, another person slides in and gives him some paperwork and a whole bunch of shipping manifests he has to sign off on. He's just doing his paperwork. Yep, all right, get this thing here.
Well, I can't speak for other members of my crew, but if I were to pick one which more closely follows my ideals, I would say it would actually be the Greens.
Well, what do you two think? Yeah, I see it. Barely. I don't think it's visible on stream. It says not evil, guys, if you can't make it out.
Still working on it.
Yeah, I could see it, but I had to look at the actual window, not the preview window. This is when the other two players should put in their input onto this matter.
I mean, if it gets me into space.
You're in space.
I mean, more in space. I mean, like, I don't have to go back down and report into Mama right away.
Wait.
Because honestly, if they kill you and then I have to report into Mama, she's never going to let me out again.
Hold up. I thought you didn't want to go into space. That's why you're still in your suit.
Well, I'll die if I take my suit off.
Ah, okay. Ella Pero, yeah.
No.
Well, I guess he doesn't get a vote. My bad, guys. Sorry. You're just the bustle. You don't get to decide what you do. Sit in your corner, sir.
Sorry.
I mean, unless they can offer me a better position piloting. So I'm trying to think of how I would word that in character.
You buy it all flat.
Well, I mean, the way it sounds like, Aberoon's still going to pay us.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
our salaries are fine.
The question is, do they pay more?
Oh,
No.
you think of a jumping ship? I'm not in this for the money, so I mean, if I need to jump ship to go, I mean, I'm not going to die. I'm sorry, Aberoon, but if they decide they need to kill you,
Sorry, we need to kill you, Aberoon.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
no.
Okay, I won't kill
No.
him. Fine. God, don't need to be so harsh, man. I
Cat is-
was just joking anyways. God, I just wanted to see what you'd say. Trying to lighten the mood here. No, if you really want to make some cash, Mr. And he, of course, does not know your name. Mr. Luvari, he finally says, you'd have to go with the Reds or the Yellows. They'd probably bring in the actual money.
They are also pirates. I just still want to put that out there.
Well, where do you think that money comes from?
Yeah. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm not trying to disparage them, but I think their style of life is probably not sustainable in the long run.
I don't know. I ain't one. I got none.
Yeah. No, I've done research on it, and I think that it would probably take several decades, but I told you I'm very interested in space.
No, I'm just amused that you did research on piracy, sir. That's all.
It's a very important part of the history.
That's
Pirates
true.
were the first ones in space.
That is true. Reds were the very first people to actually hit the space race.
Yes. They won the space race victory.
Yep. And then we started playing that god-awful game, Beyond Earth, whatever it was called.
Going for cultural, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah. And the Dominion tried Conquest, and that just went nowhere.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, if you want a pay raise, we can talk about that.
I mean, he has killed a lot of pirates in
Yes.
the last 2 days.
Look, here's what I'm saying. There's definitely going to be a bonus, but if you think that you deserve a little more for what you've done, then I definitely would be open to negotiations about that.
I have some eyeglass left, sir.
What? What'd you say, sis?
Fertilizer.
Would you
Good
like
stuff. Like
you-
not that chemical nitrate stuff.
Well, we
Are you
don't.
trying to pass out drugs?
It's not drugs. It's
You're
for
saying like
growing.
I've got the good stuff.
No, I said, can I have the good
Oh.
stuff?
That's still the same thing. All right.
But the good stuff for me is not
I-
drugs.
I don't know what you have
Jeez,
to.
First you're perverting pleasure. Now
Seriously,
you're perverting
Amber.
fertilizer?
God, man, get your head out of the gutter, sir.
I don't know what type of fertilizer is good. I mean, you literally just asked me for better chemicals. I don't know what you. We'll talk about that later.
I can mix up something.
That's true.
I don't know that I want you mixing up anything after watching your chemistry
Oh,
skills.
speaking of which, he has kicked off his shoes by now because they smelled pretty bad. So, in case you feel like setting him on fire, his shoes are sitting like right over there. They're still doused in the chemical.
And the floor has been, and so there's lots of like
Yeah, there's
down the hallway.
yeah, there would be an issue if you decided to ignite it now. This whole base would probably go. Just letting you know your options.
So how set are we on getting the ship from the other group? Because if
you guys want to talk this in private, I can find a little room to chat in.
Sure. Is there like a storage closet just next door?
Actually-
you step into.
Yeah, I'll take you over here. Hang on. He leads you down the hall a little bit, and there's a storage closet. This one has nothing in it, though. It's literally just an empty room. It's like, here you go.
Okay.
This is technically the prison, but I'll leave the door open.
I'll take the mop. I guess I've been carrying I put it down and just prop it in between the doors so nobody closes it.
Okay. And he leaves, and he does leave the door open, per his word.
Okay, so I know this is a little unorthodox, but I figured it'd be the best shot at not getting ejected out the airlock. But it does seem that we can legitimately work with at least some of these people. I don't know about those pirates, but I think
how are we going to solve our mission to get our ink?
Well, that's I don't know. I mean, we could literally just take off the ship. I mean, there'd actually be little to stop us, but
We
that
could go back
does.
planet side though. My mom would be a little pissed off about that.
Yes, it would eliminate a lot of opportunities to do anything on Primus once we actually take off.
Quick question for Guido, or for Elipero, yeah. I know this is going to sound weird. Has your character ever actually been planetside on Primus?
No.
Okay. I had that in my head, and I realized I hadn't asked you it, so...
Yeah, he's never been on Primus, so...
The only rooms that this
Well,
base
he was there
has
a brief
are
time because
closets.
we were all on Primus.
Well, that's true, but that's literally like the only time. He came down to
I mean,
be
stuff
hired
from the
by
dock.
you.
I don't know if you call that playing.
Yeah. You were on the planks, so to speak.
Yeah, because he didn't even come with us into town to do the negotiations. He stayed on.
That's true. That's true. You stayed on the ship, so...
I was basically in the like, I'll say Stardock or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't leave port.
Okay, yeah. Oh, sorry, I guess I don't have anything to say. Your GM goes quiet while you decide. No pressure. This will change the entire campaign. No pressure. Oh, yeah, make sure you vote, by the way, because that's coming up basically in 10 seconds.
So,
Last chance.
All right.
Go vote.
I'll say if the Sworn can get us a ship, should we...
Got a ship.
No, not yet.
We do.
I don't follow.
We have a ship planet side.
That we can't access.
We could fly
Oh,
back
well.
and say mission failure, and then hop on our ship and take off. He was joking, Kay.
So here's the issue. We're still basically at square one as to determining what to do about these pirates. Because it sounds like it's essentially the Reds that are causing this problem, bar none. Maybe the Yellows. But correct me if I'm wrong, but we've only seen these red painted ships, correct?
Everybody that's attacked us has been red painted.
There is one idea I have. Nobody here likes the Reds. They've even said that they get bum rushed if they go here into the few numbers. What if they learned that they were essentially getting close to UFP action against them because of the Reds' actions? Maybe that would be enough for them to actually ostracize the Red from this area completely, because the Reds still do operate out of here, and that's what's given them the ability to launch these short-range fighters and then just come back here, prepare up, and use this as a base. That would solve both our problem, the other station's problems, and get us our ship without any legal repercussions.
Well, I mean, if you want to be deceitful, then that is an option.
I mean, it's not. That's what's eventually coming. We just may need to stress that it's probably going to come sooner or later, and that the importance of it is much higher than it may be, because, I mean, to be honest, it's locked up in the Senate right now. It's probably going to be for a long time. But it will eventually happen.
Well, it's your call.
Well, I gotta admit, I haven't done this a whole lot. Normally, I try to at least make my, ew, what is this on my desk? Or at least try to make my, stances a little more root in fact. But I think in this instance, this may be for the benefit of all. So,
Suddenly,
okay.
the vote comes in. And so I got to share this. So this was the vote. What the vote was, and I quote, "What horrible fate shall befall the party while they're at the bandit base?" The options were an official attack by the UFP, which got 2 votes. Absolutely nothing, which got 3 votes. An unofficial attack by the Royalans, which got 6 votes. And the winner, suddenly the base is beset by normal passengers passing through.
Okay,
I'm not kidding.
That's-
That's the one that won.
great.
Awesome.
So, some klaxons go off, But I don't mean like alert klaxons. More like attention, attention. Big cargo ship, or big passenger ship, excuse me, coming in.
I poke my head out and look down the hallway, go to the other storage closet and say, I didn't realize you took passengers. That seems to be an odd transportation.
You're kidding me, right? You know how much people pay to go to space?
I mean, just to go to space, yeah, but through here?
Where else are they going to go through?
Yeah, they can't get into space any other way.
We get people up here from the Glendon Woods area all the time. In fact, that's what these people are coming in right now.
That would explain it, because Glendon Woods keeps a lot of stuff real close to their chest.
Oh yeah, the Glendon Empire. They've been really helpful. It's one of the reasons that UFP thing is just kind of... Excuse me, I got to go deal with this, so if you'll forgive me, and he wanders off.
Well, we need to talk to him anyway, so why don't we just follow him?
You can. Oh, hey, you're following me. That's kind of creepy. What's up, guys?
I need to talk to you anyway, so...
Oh, right. What can I help you with?
Yeah, so we had a little bit of the discussion there about what to do, and I think we've officially decided that we do want to be part of this little conglomeration of various people.
Okay.
Probably, if you get us in contact with the Notroids and maybe the Swarm, we'll probably want to... Actually, we'll probably want to deal with the whites, the greens, and the blues at some point.
Okay. I could get you some comm links. No problem.
I do have a major concern, though.
Uh-oh. Hang on. He pulls his gun out and points it at you. All right, what's up?
It's not me.
All right, he puts the gun away. All right.
Okay, thank you.
He pulls the gun out and says, no, it's literally not a gun. It's literally a squirt bottle. It's like, here, look, squirt. And he actually squirts it. Look, squirt. See?
Thank you.
Sorry.
To be honest, we're concerned about the Reds.
Well, gee, I can't imagine why you wouldn't be.
So I'm going to let you in on a little bit of inner UFP workings, because obviously, I know about that sort of stuff.
Okay.
And you can look me up afterwards and definitely see I'm a member of the actual council, so I know what's going on there.
Uh-huh.
The problem is that the association with the Reds is going to bring, by proxy, all the other groups down eventually, because it's UFP has got something moving that is going to try and remove the Reds from the equation around here.
I see. Really quick, by the way.
Yes.
Sis, give me a awareness roll. Wisdom.
I am not very wise. Let's see what that total is.
3.
It's a 8.5. Roll 5.
Eros, give me an awareness roll. I suppose Aberron, you could too. It just occurred to me. You've probably researched this kind of thing.
Sure.
So that's a 19 on the die.
Jesus Christ.
So I like
I guess
it.
so.
I'm just sitting there walking around. I'm scanning.
Just
I got
completely face in the tricorder, not looking at anything. So what'd you guys? Well, you succeeded. What'd you get, Aberron?
I got a 4.
I did better than you did by double.
So, Eros, you of course, as you drink your invisible coffee, you have been on enough space things to recognize a blue alert when you see one. And you see a few people. There's no official blaring or klaxons, but a few people are running down the corridor and in the other direction that have caught your attention in a way that makes you think it's not part of the normal traffic. And they're clearly heading towards the hangar, which is coincidentally where you're walking towards anyways.
Okay. So blue alert would be...
Medical.
Ah, okay.
You should get my attention.
Is that physically possible?
I could be helpful. Yeah. Yeah, no. If he reaches up and taps me, I'm going to turn around and try to scan him.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I think maybe we should hurry up.
What for?
Just a hunch.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure, I can walk fast, and I can give you the elevator pitch if you want them.
Okay, that works for me. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, could I hitch a ride? Thank you.
We're going to Isengard.
They're taking the
He's
mics
getting
to
jostled a
Isengard.
little bit because I'm moving faster now.
Whoa, whoa, careful there, careful. Hang on, let me brace myself. Let me roll
So-
dexterity to not fall off you. Okay, I rolled well enough.
I thought I was carrying him.
You're in a big, clumsy suit. Have you ever been in one of those things? What?
Have you been to space?
No, but I have been in one of those suits, and it sucks. I forget which museum. It was one of them. Anyways, so give me the pitch really quick as you're running.
Right. So I'm very concerned that the Reds actually having an unofficial, quote unquote, association with this is going to bring the UFP's action down on everybody by proxy. Whereas if they were not, then they would
If
probably
you're
just be
associated with a
isolated.
pirate, you must be a pirate as well.
Well, that's ridiculous. I mean, the viewers didn't vote for the UFP attack, so obviously that's not happening.
Today.
I'm telling, yeah, it may not happen today, it may not happen tomorrow, but it is going to happen.
Well,
And
admittedly,
the more
I'm not
assist-
too worried about that since, the UFP just has a bunch of pea-shooting fighters. We've actually got better craft than they do here, so... Not too worried about it. Not too worried. No worries at all.
I'm going to stop you right there and tell you that that's kind of not the case.
I mean, they might have some Corvettes, maybe.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? I know they got the whole airship fleet, but the moment they enter atmosphere, they just, that's the end of
Oh
it.
yeah, they learned that lesson a long time ago.
Yeah. So that's not a concern. But right about now, you get to the hangar bay.
Oh, okay.
What were you going to do? Go ahead.
I'm texting you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I still don't see anything. You
Because
lie!
I'm just finishing it.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Delaying. I can't think of anything to say. There we go. Wait, nope. That's a Tumblr question. Would the Borg...
No, that's the Tumblr.
So you should see it there.
There we go, yep. Okay. So, Aberoon, give me a constitution roll for no reason.
Okay. All right.
Actually, you too, Kettle.
Is this against poison?
No.
14.
I have a 13.
Okay, so you don't really notice this because you rolled a 4 on your awareness earlier, and I'm just sticking
Sure.
with that. But by the time, like you're running along, and it's like you're talking to Berenian, and it's like, and then there's this, and then so I'm not sure if they're gonna. Maybe they're gonna, and you start getting more and more out of breath until you realize, like, as you're entering the hangar, you're literally sprinting.
Okay.
And you're not sure why until you realize that the person who's been leading the team is literally in a flat-out run at this point.
Okay.
I have really long legs.
So you're slow down a little bit.
Now, so you're just gasping, panting for air for a second there. You're not, like,
How am I
completely winded. You're still pretty winded, not super winded. Both of you are, like, didn't completely fail, but you're still kind of, hang on. Give me a moment.
Why are we running?
The Mite, who got a ride, is
Erosia?
fine.
Erosia! Why are we running? Eros!
You're there. You made it. You stopped.
I point into the hangar to where I'm assuming there's some kind of medical team that's being deployed.
There is, in fact, a medical team being deployed on a bunch of
shoot.
people who
I
have
pick him up and sit him down, and I run over.
strange violet glow coming from them.
That's weird. I scan them.
All right, give me a roll for this one. Medic roll. At disadvantage, because you have no idea what this is.
Down.
I do.
Well, I rolled a 7, and then I rolled a 1.
So, here's what happens. We're something disposable.
Is this Chrism?
So you pull out your tricorder, just bear with me, and you're like, all right, hang on, let me look. Whoa! Where'd it go? Hang on. And people are, like, rushing through here still, so you're, like, trying to get through the legs of other people to reach your tricorder. Give me a dexterity
Which is, like,
save.
slipped under a thing.
Yeah. Sis, give me a dexterity save. To get your... So, you fall over. Plonk! You're not really... It's the suit, really. You're not used to the suit. In fact, I actually think it is in the rules that these suits give like a -8 to dex saves. I'm not kidding. While you're wearing these damn things.
Nice.
So you're like, ugh, clonk. Oh, hang on.
And I can get the tricorder, but now I'm stuck.
Yep, so you're actually stuck under the thing now. Are you going to stay there and scan from there, or try to extricate yourself?
Can I see the people with the tricorder from under here?
Sure.
So I'll scan them from under here.
So you are now, like, braced, like, under a platform of cargo pallets.
My feet are sticking out.
Yeah, your feet just sticking out there as you're like, hang on. So... The tricorder doesn't register what's wrong with them. They have some kind of energy that is affecting them on a physical and a metaphysical level simultaneously.
There's some kind of energy... Excuse me. There's some kind of energy affecting them on a physical and I don't remember the other word.
You can do it.
Metaphysical
There you go.
level.
So, question: since I rolled like so awesomely to know this at the start of the game, would I know that this probably is Chrism?
I'm debating.
Okay.
I'm going to say no right now, because all this is a couple... There's no chrism here. There's no skin growths. None of the things that are endemic of it are here. All you're seeing is a couple of people who have a little bit of an energy glow going on, and that's it.
Okay. So that's very strange. I didn't know you handled medical cases, Berenian.
Well, wait...
It's purple, purple is kind of spatial. They might have been infected by the spatial line.
Ma'am!
Yes.
Hang on. Strength roll. Okay, he's going to drag you out. Or actually, he's going to have one of his dock hands drag you out by your feet.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this looks like a typical radiation case. Don't worry, we're going to have it dealt with lickety-split.
But correct me if I'm wrong, but doesn't radiation not normally affect metaphysical, like you said?
I wouldn't know.
Who would know? Who's your medical officer?
It's that guy over there.
I'm already walking toward the medical officer to talk to him.
Who in chat would like to be the medical officer?
Next time, 2010.
No, Max is already Maxia.
Okay.
The
random bystander here.
What?
I'm just reading off chat names.
Quick! First person!
Oh.
Lord of Mordor.
No,
Is it Lord of Mordor?
No,
Somebody we killed
yes,
the other
Lord of
day?
Mordor is already dead. So we'll make
True!
Shiryu. We'll make it Shiryu. Or Galtori, there we go. Make it Galtori. And Shiryu. Both of you are there. No. Okay, Shiryu, you're the one sick. You're the one on the pallet going, oh, dying horribly. Give me a race really quick. And Galtori, give me a race as well. Galtori,
500.
You lose 10 health.
Yes.
Galtori is the medic who is desperately trying to treat his radiation sickness.
Hey, just because he forgot to tell me about his broken ribs does not mean all medics are bad.
So, Kedalil, are you heading over to Galtori?
Yes. Hi, I am Kedalil of what the heck is my mother's name? Lucanti.
Lucanti, yeah.
Hello, I am Kedalil of Lucanti.
Well, I'm
May I be of assistance?
What?
They appear to be affected by some sort of energy on a physical and a metaphysical level. However, I didn't get a good scan of them the first time because I kind of fell underneath a pallet.
Half-dwarf works, Galtori. So she is a half-elf, half-dwarf of Thundermar.
Fist bump. Oh, man.
She's even of the same clan as you. Galtori of Thundermar. So I wish I knew better actual medical terms, but I'm really out of practice. So all I'm going to say is that she starts... Mom used to tell me all sorts of stuff, and I paid attention.
Well, no, I just out of practice.
Oh, God damn it. Anyways. God. The practice. So, she starts telling you that these people are clearly suffering from some kind of mutating cancer, is how she's going to describe this. And it's severely affecting them very quickly. and she's not sure why it's happening. She thinks what's happening is their cells have been bathed in some kind of energy. It's having most of the same side effects of a full radiation bathe, but unfortunately they don't have a proper scanner on hand to properly diagnose it. Hint, hint, hint.
I do. I'm going to scan again.
Okay, give me a medic roll.
Oh, this is much better. I rolled a 19.
Shiryu, what's your race?
That makes it a 20. My medic skill is a 1.
Okay. So you start going over them and you look at it, and she's right. There are actually a lot of symptoms. Basically, this is affecting them in a very similar way to radiation would, heavy gamma radiation or beta radiation, I think. Is that the really bad one? I actually can't remember.
Don't make him angry.
Not... No, gamma radiation's actually not that dangerous normally. There's one that's like super dangerous, and I can't remember what it is. I think it's beta. Anyway, so it's affecting them like that, and their cellular structure is breaking down literally as you're looking at them. Like insides of their organs seem to be melting.
I blah 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 at them.
So if you want to try and treat them,
I would love to try to treat them.
you're going to have to do it. Is it alpha? Alpha radiation? I don't remember. I know there's one that is super
It's
nuky
a
death.
thing. So I get plus a d6 to my medic rolls because I've scanned them.
By the way, Guido, the only reason they have a chance to save them at all is because you hurried. I just thought you should know that. Worst kind of radiation.
And I get
According to Wikipedia, illustration of the relative abilities of 3 different types of ionizing radiation to penetrate
a plus. So I get a plus a d6 and plus 4
Okay.
because they're friendly, and I am using my thing. So that's. Wait, what do I roll? It's just a d6, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah,
A
neutron
D6 plus
is
4.
actually the worst. Although
How
it
many
looks
people
like
are there?
just the one right now.
Just the one. All right. Well, that was a plus 5, or that was a 5.
It can't be neutron. Whatever. I think it was alpha that I was thinking of. So you start trying to heal him, and you're like, heal, heal, heal. You seem to be slowing down the damage considerably. But Shiryu, the elf of... God, I can't remember any elf clans for some freaking reason.
Can
Everyone
I
wants to be an
use
elf.
my medic action in a non-combat situation?
Yes, you can, actually.
Okay, I'll use my medic action, which gives me a bonus action
Yep. Of medic-y type.
of medic type. So we'll flash another heal at him.
Do it. Because he's dead otherwise.
That's a much better roll. That's an 8 total.
Okay, so... Alright, I'm going to go ahead and say that you managed to stabilize his insides for the moment. And he's like, oh, and Shiryu of Dawn Whisper. I don't know. I can't remember any elf clan names. Why does everyone want to be an elf? Y'all suck. You know how little I used elves in Primus?
Night Whisper.
Yeah.
Well, they're supposed to be the most common one, though, right?
I know, and yet you guys like never did anything in elf lands, with like 2 exceptions. Anyways, so Shiryu of Night Whisper has started to stabilize, and he's moaning, oh god, and he's in horrific pain because you didn't give him any anesthetic. Because I don't mean that as a bad thing. You literally didn't have time.
I literally walked in and went,
it's just
oh shit!
Yeah, you had no time. You just barely saved this guy's life, but he is now just barely lucid. He's like, oh god,
Hold up.
where am I? Where am I? What?
I got a question,
What?
because I'm slightly confused. With my shield, can I use my shield in conjunction with casting Flash of Light? Because my shield gives me plus a d6 to medic rolls, and Flash of Light is a d6.
Yes?
Cool.
I'm not even sure I fully understand the question, so I may be screwing up on this, but I'm pretty sure the answer is yes.
Which would give me 2d6.
Yeah.
As opposed to 1d6.
Exactly.
Yeah, so,
But you forgot to do it in the rush of the moment.
yes.
So
No,
you're just,
I know.
You're just like, oh
But
god,
it's-
quick, heal, heal, heal. So yeah, Shiryu, you're in delirium. Would any of the party members like to question him before he's carted away and beyond your reach forever
Yes.
and ever?
Where have you been?
Cargo.
Cargo.
Transit.
What ship?
He throws up.
It's probably that one right there.
Yeah, the ship he literally just exited from. It's a big old...
There's something bad on the cargo ship. That's
Really?
what's, in fact...
Nobody go in the ship.
And he's like moaning and, oh, God, get it
I look
out.
over and say, it's okay. You're in safe hands. You'll be taken care of.
Oh, God. Oh, thank you. Roll charisma.
Sure.
Whoop. Drop your dice.
do I have time to get one more? It's an instant, so do I have time to get one more?
I'll
heal
say
off on him?
one last heal, yes.
All right, I'm going to
Not
use my
roll for
shield
the
this
life of
time.
me
Now that
tonight.
things are calmed down and he's conscious.
Well, it's a 10.
It's 10.
So that's a total of a
I
10.
rolled low.
Okay. So 10 is actually enough to cover one major wound, which is what I've been kind of waiting for on that. So you're trying to heal him, and you're scanning him, and you notice for the first time that the guy has something in his stomach that's clearly not digesting, whatever it is. It's just in there.
I need to operate on him or pump his stomach.
What? We don't have facilities for that here.
I have facilities for that in my shield.
Well, we're not doing that right here. This is a
Well, take
crowded.
me to the medic bay and hurry.
All right, come on, and they start rushing him out. I'm actually gonna roll to see if he survives to get there.
Well, if he doesn't, I'm doing a autopsy.
All right. I assume you're hurrying.
Yes.
Aberon and Elaperoia, are you going to be doing anything to try and assist this procedure to help this guy survive to make it there?
I can cast flash as I run, if I need to.
I didn't hear your question.
I have no medical training at all, so I just like look at Eros and kind of little like I don't know how to help.
No. Wait, yes. I can cast flash. I'm assuming I can't use my shield while I'm running.
Correct. Also,
So
the flash... Basically, at this point, you need to break the 10 barrier to do any good.
I can hit 10.
Well...
I cannot hit 10. I hit 8.
Okay. So he takes 1 point of not living.
How many times do I roll this?
Well, I'm still want to see if Guido's come up with any ideas.
I wasn't even planning on following, actually.
Okay, that's totally
I'm
cool. That's totally
still
cool.
in my spacesuit,
Yep.
and so that should
Yeah.
protect me from radiation
Check
to some extent.
Yeah, you need to. I'll tell them that there's probably something in the cargo hold.
So
Of the ship.
in that case, Guido and Elaperoia and Aberon, would you like to try and search the passenger ship?
Yes.
That
Okay.
was my plan, yeah.
Okay. This is gonna sound stupid, but where do you want to look, basically?
He
Think
said the storage.
airplane. Just think airplane.
The
The cargo hold.
container.
Yeah,
Okay, so both of you head into the cargo hold.
yeah.
All right, go ahead and give me. I guess that's wisdom rolls. Both of you.
Oh, good. I'm great at those.
Oh,
And
that's
you,
bad.
you can go ahead and get let's say a +5 for being thorough, because I assume you're being thorough.
Wow. Okay, that makes it a 15.
Okay.
I got a 19 somehow.
Wow. Nice.
Before you're 5?
No, it's after. No, I have a -2, so it's only +3 for me. Roll a 16, so I got 19.
So you two are thoroughly searching. Now I'm going to get back to you in just a second.
How many flashes do I get off?
So basically,
Then I'll just tell you if any of them's a 6.
go ahead and give me another one.
That's a 9.
Okay, and one more. He's not doing so hot.
That's an 8.
Okay, he's on the verge of death. Next failure he will not make it.
Well, he didn't make it. That was a 2.
Okay, so
Makes it a 6 total.
you rush him in. You're still flash healing him to it. You rush him into the medic bay. You land him down. It's like, all right, and this is about the time you notice that he is no longer breathing. What do you do?
Well, I'm assuming I can attempt to resuscitate.
Go ahead.
How do I attempt to resuscitate? That's one more flash with shield.
Actually, let's do a straight medic roll on this one.
Straight medic roll. My medic roll skill is, so that's going to be a d20. That gives me better odds. All right, come on, dice. I want to save people's lives. That's my job. Okay? Help me save people's lives. I don't think I'm going to save this one. It's an 8.
So, you resuscitate him, and he comes back for just a second, but not really, and he's back to dead. You could get a total of 2 more resuscitate attempts.
All right. Natural 20.
Nice. That's perfect. Okay, so he gets up. He like sits bolt right up, and he's like, "Oh
No! I shove him back down.
No!
I have to pump your stomach.
I need to get out. You don't understand. You don't understand."
I need to pump your stomach. You've got something in your stomach.
And there's veins of violet slowly growing from his chest.
Well, that's not good.
So
I'm going to have to do surgery instead. Sedate.
The sedation doesn't work.
Well, shit. Somebody hold him down.
The other 2 people are like, "Oh God, quick, hold him down, hold him down." Meanwhile,
Shrew. How do I say his name?
Shiryu.
Shiryu.
That's how I say it, anyways.
Saving your life. I'm sorry, it's going to hurt.
Meanwhile, Aberon and Elaperoya, you 2 have thoroughly searched the hold and found nothing.
And now you're hearing screaming.
No, not yet.
Not yet.
But what is your next course of action, coming up with nothing there?
You and your entire medical team.
Suppose maybe we can search the recreation/dining area. They have one of those.
Okay, yeah, that's totally valid. Go ahead. Give me
Okay.
my additional search rolls. Whoops.
All right.
Someone's linking me something. Yeah.
You want to split up Eros? Since I thought it would be, but apparently not.
Share that in chat. Share that in chat.
Okay.
It's Borderlands.
That's a natural 1.
For anybody in that. Natural. Oh my gosh! Really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's how I feel right now.
Natural 19.
Nice. So Aberon, you're like, and you're just kind of like Elapero, you like roll your eyes, whatever, and you start going and looking. You find nothing. Meanwhile, Ketalil, you're there with Galtori of Night Whisper and the rest of her staff who are trying to hold this guy down. He's getting larger. He's physically enlarging.
So I am literally going to reach down and cut him open.
With what? Just a hacksaw, buzzsaw,
thing
knife?
From my thing, a scalpel.
A scalpel? Are you sure you want to use a scalpel? You want to rethink using a scalpel. Your GM tells you not to use a scalpel.
Okay.
What are you using?
Something from my shield.
Like?
I need, I don't know, I'm sure there's like a dagger or something.
You're...
I don't know, I need to cut him open.
Are you using a bone saw, or a dagger? Or hacksaw,
pushing
or whatever.
that bone saw thing.
Well, no, I'm saying the wrong word. It's not actually a bone saw, because it's actually a hacksaw. What I'm thinking of is basically a miniature chainsaw. There's actually a term for that, and I can't think of it right now.
Then McCoy bursts in and says, "Put away your butcher's knives and let me save this patient."
I would
It's
use
too
a
late.
dagger before I would use a hacksaw on a living person.
Okay, so you're just gonna plunge this dagger into this guy, into Shiryu's stomach. Is that right? I want to make sure that's clear.
No.
I want to
This
fully
is the
understand what you're doing. Okay, so you plunge the dagger down
No.
into his stomach and start carving roughly. Oh, come on! Hang on, it's stuck in a bone or something.
You wouldn't let me use a scalpel. Scalpel would be sharp. I could cut through and get in. How is a hacksaw better?
No, you see, what she's doing is forced seppuku.
There you go.
No.
Yeah, circular saw is actually what I'm thinking of. I looked it up. So what are you doing, Ketalil? What are you using?
The intention is he has something in his. Is it in his digestive tract? Is it?
It's actually in his stomach. It hasn't gone past the
Yeah.
stomach.
So the intention is I'm going to cut open his stomach and get it out.
With what?
with a cutting utensil.
So you grab a dagger, and you plunge it into Shiryu's stomach. Now...
Well, you wouldn't let me use a scalpel.
It wouldn't work. You go and use the scalpel. Go and use the scalpel.
I would attempt to use the scalpel anyway.
It literally can't penetrate. His skin is starting to crystallize.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well. Sorry, Shrew. This is going to hurt a lot more than I intended for it to hurt.
Shiryu's screaming this whole time, by the way. Bloody murder.
What? Not just from the thing I'm doing.
Yes. Prior to you stabbing him.
Yeah. Laser scalpel. I will use a laser scalpel. There we go. Surely to God, I've got a laser scalpel.
Okay, you've got a laser scalpel. That will start to work a little bit.
Hi, puppy.
The puppy does not work. The puppy does nothing against that. Meanwhile, Aberron and Elipero, yeah, you're just having this casual search of the passenger ship.
Yes.
So anyway.
So I didn't find anything in the eatery. I'll check the cockpit.
Okay. Cockpit's a good area to check. Where are you checking, Eliperia?
So we checked the dining area, you said?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And the cargo
Okay.
area. And
Okay.
he's checking the pilot's
I'm
area.
sure you heard me shout something about there's something in his stomach.
Nope, you are way too far away for that.
Well, I didn't scan him until I got down. I scanned that, I found out before I took him down there.
Oh, right.
And I was shouting
You're
about how I
right.
needed to pump his stomach.
You are correct. There's a bunch of other irritated passengers in the passenger area. They haven't been allowed to debark yet. I should have mentioned that earlier, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
going to go and ask those passengers where the victim was on the flight.
Okay. Go ahead and give me just a charisma roll real quick. And Aberron, give me a search wisdom to negative 7,000 roll.
Yeah. Do I still have that +5 for thoroughness, or is that down?
Are you still being thorough?
I assume so.
Then yes.
All right, it's 20.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
So you don't find much, but you've been doing a lot of research on these ships and their function because you kind of expected you'd have to fly your own for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're looking, you can see their flight path, and you can determine that.
Oh.
So the flight path had them going out to Granville 1, which is actually a station you just came from a previous day. Then going out to Ilaria, that's the inhabited moon. Then all the way out to Granville 2, that's the one in orbit of Vixel. And then apparently went out to deleted data, and then came back to here.
That's weird.
Especially since the most recent stop prior to coming here was deleted data.
Okay.
What's the charisma roll?
It's not
so
even
I-
falsified data, it's just gone.
It's been deleted, yes.
Redacted.
Yeah, redacted. So,
So I'm spending my social action point,
okay.
and that gives me a 14.
Oh, wow. Okay. I'll do a counter roll in this case, because that's what I was going to do anyways, which is, wow. All right. So, you start asking people. Most of them are kind of tight-lipped, especially since you're a Luvari. They can tell through the thing. Most Luvari are with the UFP. They literally run the planetary defense grid. So most of them are kind of tight-lipped, so a little more difficult than usual. But a couple of them start opening them up about it. Turns out Mr. Shuryu has been keeping very quiet and very to himself this whole time. Has been fidgety. Most people assumed he was smuggling something, so they just kind of left him alone, because that's pretty normal around here. But you do get one person, because you managed to beat the counter roll, which is what I just did. And there's a dwarf gentleman who tells you that, oh, yeah, I remember he was saying something about heading down to the Glendon Empire areas around Glendon Woods, something like that. He's got some big thing that he's going to sell, hopefully get his last smuggling job, I don't know, something like that. Get out of the business. Yeah, right, you know how many times I've heard that. All the time. And he gives you a little more info on specific things, like where he was going down in the Glendon Empire.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Kettlel, give me an attack roll to stab the dagger.
You're stabbing the dagger?
I'm not very good. I don't even have an attack modifier on my character sheet.
Yes,
So
that's correct.
what do I add to my roll?
Your strength mod.
Thank you. That's my lowest skill. That makes that total of a 10.
Well, the good news is his AC is not higher than 10, so you still manage it. And now you got to give me just a straight strength roll to try and carve open his stomach.
Well, that's much better. That's a roll of a 15, which puts me to 16.
Okay, so you managed to carve it open, like you basically gouge it open. This is really,
So
really
I'm
good.
hesitant to get the knife in there, but then I...
And you see a very crude, rough-looking, bright, glowing violet crystal in the muck and viscera of his spilt-open stomach. It is very jagged-looking, and it looks like it has grown a bit. And you're grabbing it with your...
prongs.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you
With
grabbing this
forceps.
thing?
And
Okay.
I'm going to put it in I'm sure I have a hazardous material bag that's probably insulated for all sorts of things because I heal.
It's actually a bin. It's right over there. Oh, you mean in your own stuff? Yes.
Yeah, in my own stuff.
Okay.
I want to keep this for later things.
So you rip the thing out and plump it into there, clunk, or I guess that's not a clunk.
And
where do you put it?
In the place where I put hazardous materials.
In your shield?
No. It just seems like a really
Come on!
bad idea.
I'm loving the idea of what this will do to an Ethan.
No.
Let's say you put it on the shelf for right now. You can decide where you're putting that later.
Okay. I have a tray right next to me that had medical tools on it,
So
including a broken scalpel.
he plummets back down. Because I'm sorry, I haven't quite described this. This whole time he's been kind of slowly rising up to standing position, not really at will. And he now flops back down on the table,
Ow,
inert.
No claws pocket.
What do you do?
Ow. I'm going to scan him again.
He does not appear to be breathing at the moment.
I'm going to try to save him.
Okay.
Resuscitate is a d20
Yes, medic roll.
medic. That's a 9.
He doesn't even
Get 2 more.
twitch. He has stopped
That's-
mutating.
Tell me you
That's
just
3.
rolled a 1.
No, that's a 3
Oh my god.
and
Last
a
one.
14.
So he doesn't even twitch. He doesn't even move. He's just laying there, very, very dead.
Well, don't touch that.
I was this close to asking you to roll initiative because he was going to start attacking people. So he's dead,
Sorry,
lying there. Shuryu is very dead. He is super duper dead. In fact, he is so dead. This stuff starts affecting your soul. So he's going to have some problems with this even after his body is dead. We'll get to that later, though.
Okay, so I take my forceps and I pick it up and I tell the lead medical officer, I need you to clear a path around me.
To where?
And escort me back to my shipmates.
Okay.
I need better medical facilities than I'm sure you have on this base.
I'm sorry, I just looked at what Shuryu linked in chat there. I like the nose itches one further down, by the way. Oh, that's right. Kettlewell, you're still in your suit, aren't you?
Yeah.
Your nose itches. Really badly. It's driving you crazy.
I can't do anything with it. I'm carrying this radioactive material.
Okay. So you start carrying... Yes, Galtori.
Wait, no, I can. I grow a twig.
Ah, there you go. That's actually exactly what I was thinking. Galtori, you weren't wearing any real protective deal other than your basic scrubs.
Hence why you're not touching anything.
So you are carefully escorted back. You get there about the time that Aberon and Elipero Ya have just finished their rounds and are exiting the passenger ship.
And I tell I'm going to tell Galtori that we're going to need to do medical examinations on all the crew and passengers of the ship.
You can do a scan right now.
Okay. Are all the crew here as well?
Yeah.
Okay. I will scan them. Is anyone else showing any kind of symptoms similar to this?
Little passive amount of radiation, probably from Shuryu, but otherwise no.
Okay.
There's a little bit of passive radiation on
I'm going to
Galtori,
scan
too,
the crystal that I pulled out of this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Chemical composition.
Near as you can tell, there's no chemicals in it.
Everything is a chemical composition. Water's chemical composition
That's kind of
is
my
H2O.
point. That's kind of my point.
So this is not matter?
Near as you can tell. The tricorder has no idea what to make of this stuff.
This is a physical and I'm just going to be kind of grumbling as I walk down the road. This is a physical manifestation of dark matter. Dark matter doesn't have matter. That's like, it's an antimatter. Matter doesn't have form. It's not.
So you two see her coming down holding this violet crystal. Her suit, by the way, is covered in blood.
The operation go okay?
No, he died. And I can't figure out what this antimatter matter is.
Did he die from blood loss?
No, he died from this.
I'm sorry, I gotta interrupt real quick. So, as a lot of you know, like half my family on my mother's side is all medical, right? And so one thing I've learned from a very young age is that people in the medical profession are super blasé about death. Like, totally casual about it. And I love the way you did that just now. I was like, is he okay? No, he died. I can't figure out what this is.
He died of heart failure.
Yeah, it's weird.
His heart just stopped beating, you know.
He stopped breathing. What do you want from me? It wasn't like he had broken rib. Well, he might have. I had to get
He probably did after we were done with him.
Her tricorder is pure tech, little Billy.
So I'll actually motion Baranian over. That's the mite, right?
Yeah. He's currently dealing with the paperwork hassle of this and trying to get the passengers dealt with.
I keep rescanning the crystal.
Yeah, I'll motion for Baranian to come over and Eros and Fiddle and say, all right, we got a little bit of a problem.
What?
They obviously got this from somewhere and they've deleted the records of where that was.
Yeah, of course they did. It's pretty standard policy.
Well, that means we don't know where we can't help this. So
that's not true. Everything that they still on the records, we know it didn't come from there.
Yes. Yes, everywhere in the galaxy except for where they've been, they could possibly have come from.
There you go. Except we don't have faster than light ships, so...
No, the bad thing is that we don't know.
So it's somewhere within X days travel of here.
Here's a thought. Are there any refueling stations between where they left and here?
No.
Okay.
None that you know of, I should say.
Can I do math?
Yes. Yes, you can totally do what you're thinking of doing. I was wondering if any players would pick up on this. I wasn't going to give away an idea.
Is that Gary?
That is Gary.
Oh, hi, Gary.
So yes, you could totally try to figure out roughly like a radius of where they could have gone based on how much fuel they've burnt. Okay. And I'll just go ahead and tell you to you. I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Oh, okay.
So, based on that, considering their last stop-off point was in orbit of the ice giant further in system, and that's the next planet further in from Primus, the most radius they could have gone before arriving here in the moon in orbit of Primus is either to the debris cloud and then here, or they're out to the unknown world and then here. That's what's in range of them.
Okay. And do we have any information on what's in the debris cloud?
No. It's...
Okay.
I mean, what I've told you is basically all you know. It's been getting in the way of exploration, the end. Most people who go there don't come back.
Okay. Whereas most people that go to the other planets
also don't come back.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. That's not something I came up with on the moment.
Okay.
It's casually referred to as the Death World because of the fact that people don't come back from it.
That's the name that stuck right there.
Yeah.
They were like putting it down, like, you sure? Death World? Okay.
Death World. Kittilil, by the way, Berenian's going to come over to you and be like, is there any more of this crap on this ship?
We could find. There was nothing in the storage containers.
I scanned the ship to see if I can.
Yeah, I mean, you two already searched it, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you found nothing. If your scanner doesn't find anything...
Does my scanner find anything?
No, it does not. I'm going to go ahead and let these people get off this ship. They're really cranky. They're really irritable. And he wanders off to go deal with letting those people off and making sure they're all okay. Oh,
if you participated in the political campaign, Kay, then yeah, probably.
Oh, I forgot to mention this. This is actually important. He was wearing white. Shiryu was wearing white.
Aww.
So, and a whole bunch of people come off, all sorts of colors, no reds.
That's not good. He was smuggling.
What is
wearing
that?
white.
Sounds like a fire alarm.
That does sound like a fire alarm.
It's something
smoke
outside.
detector.
I don't have any control over it.
Oh, okay. What are they doing out there? Jeez Louise.
As thinks that
Fires.
somebody else is in the neighborhood smoke detector.
Good God, that's
Is it
loud.
really loud?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, I'm astonished at how loud that is.
It's not that loud to us.
It must just be the frequency.
Must here.
Yeah, sorry, that just, wow. Anyways, yes, Shiryu is currently wearing red at the moment, and purple. He was secretly a red all along.
Okay, so he's going to deal with that. You have no idea what this crystal is, none at all. Well, all right, that's kind of weird. You haven't seen anything like this, Eros? Nothing. Well, folks, we've found our first bit of unknown material. Congratulations.
It's highly radioactive, and it causes a extremely fast mutation of the cells. I do not recommend anything organic touch it. Was there any impact to the table it was sitting on?
We'll say no, because of how quick you were. Also, really quick, so the rest of the people kind of just started dispersing and going back to what they were doing. And the woman, Galtori of Night Whisper, wanders off, mentioning that she's feeling kind of nauseous and she's going to go get herself checked out.
I can scan you right here.
No, I mean...
I scan her anyways. Like, I'm already scanning her when I say that.
And she's explaining, no, it's the dagger and the stomach. Oh, God.
Oh, I have some anti-nausea pills. Here.
Oh,
I
thank
know,
you.
it can get kind of bad sometimes.
Thank you. Glug. She takes like 7 of them.
I have some purified water.
So anyways, she
still have a
has
bucket.
some of that radiation energy in her. No physical object, just the energy.
Anything I can... Do I have any kind of anti-radiation?
I'm sorry. In Star Trek, they have like this magic radiation. There you go, you're fine now, which is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of in Star Trek. But, no, you do not.
So I'm going to recommend that she get regular checkups from an Imperial level physician.
Okay.
Because she has... has any of her other staff been affected this negatively?
Mm-mm.
And I'm also going to recommend that a biohazard team dispose of the body.
That's a good idea. So she goes off to do what she can about that.
And I'll let her know
Potassium
that she has some radiation poisoning of the same type of radiation from whatever kind of radiation is coming from this thing.
Yar.
And I like the idea, like, the whole time I'm just kind of holding it way up. Because I'm already 9 feet tall. Actually, I'm taller now because I'm in the suit and I made myself grow.
Yeah. What were you
And I'm
saying,
just
Guido?
holding it.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
What were you saying, Guido?
Potassium iodide.
Ah, gotcha.
Ah, yeah. What was that TV show about the end of the world and bombs and shit? Yes. Jericho. He drank iodine. Kind of thing. As
So-
an
You do not have any of the radiation affecting you?
Me?
You.
Me.
Um,
Oh yeah, I should scan myself.
I figured you did.
I probably hadn't thought of it until just then when the other person, I'm a medic. I take care of everyone else first.
Nevertheless, apparently, I had to think about this for a minute, but the low level of exposure you had plus the suit meant you didn't get exposed at all, so you're fine.
Excellent. So I'm just going to stay in my suit.
Come on, leave the suit. It's not...
Yes.
You're really uncomfortable in the suit. I want to stress that. It's super
Not until I'm
uncomfortable.
on a ship that's not going to get shot out of the sky by Reds.
Unfortunately, it doesn't show up well.
So, Aberron, you have your mystery thing. Where are you actually putting this crystal? That's actually really important to me. Right now, I'm imagining you literally still holding it in the tongs.
Yeah. Do I have any kind of thing that I could, like, radioactive material? And I'll ask if I don't have it. I'll ask the base guy, because I'm sure they use some kind of radioactive fuel. They're not using gasoline.
Well, no.
So do you have some kind of relatively small transport for your what do they call the radiation rods?
Mm-hmm.
Your uranium rods that I could stick this in?
Sure. I think we've got a ship that uses an engine like that over here.
So I'll take it. I'll put it in one of those.
Okay. And with your permission, I'd kind of like to cut off there, because I want to do a little bit of a time skip before we do our next session, because you have several decisions to make, which I don't think need to be on camera. You need to decide if you're joining one of the groups, and when, and...
If you're going to light the base on fire.
If you're going to light the base on fire, that's still something you need to decide. And what the hell are you going to do about this crystal, if anything? They're going to dispose of Shiryu's body. And I suppose the most important question to me as the GM, so please feel free to think on this, is how you're going to get your ship. Because I can think of 3 separate ways off the top of my head that you could go get your ship right now. And I've kind of been deliberately giving you options on that one. So, with that, we will cut off the local recording. Everyone, thank you for joining me.